it's a really exciting energy in the air. I mean, it's Comic-Con, right? So it's like the mecca of all things, and our show was really well received, and I wish I was going this year, but I can't go, so there'll be some other cast members there, and I'm sure it's going to be really fun for them and really awesome for the fans.
And you've obviously seen people dressed up as character, as Bo.
I have, yes.
Oh, what is it like meeting these people, because they put so much effort into every detail, but the
Well, I
costumes
guess imitation is the sincerest form of flattery,
Yes.
so you know, they do put details in, and that's what I love, because I think that's what makes our show special. It makes my character special, and I like that people have really sort of noticed those little tiny things.
And as a team, you guys going together, the energy must be intense.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. It's very intense.
Does it, I mean, do you play off that energy, or?
Yeah, I mean, as a cast, we all get along really well. We've been very lucky on the show to have such a great chemistry and a great dynamic, and I think that that's something that the fans have responded to, and I'm really, really proud of that. So it will continue, I hope.
Well, I'm sure they'll be happy to see you the next time that you go.
Yes, yeah. I will miss you guys very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So you're going to Comic-Con again?
Yes.
And
I'm very excited.
The mood of Comic-Con is something that, I mean, I've never been, unfortunately, but I've heard amazing things. What are you expecting?
It's mayhem in the greatest sense possible. The fact that all these people are under one roof, sharing the same passion and love and excitement for movies and TV, sci-fi, fantasy. The fact that we get to meet everybody personally is a huge deal to us, because we are so thankful to our fans and love them, and the fact that we get to see them face to face and shake their hands and say what's up, it's a great honor. And it's fun. It's so much fun. So anyone that's going is lucky, because it's a really great time.
And do you have, I mean, you've been once before?
Once.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you have any interesting stories from that trip? I mean, you must...
It's all a blur.
It's all a
blur.
Did you meet many people dressed up as your character?
I did. I met a few. And it's always fantastic when girls have like homemade Kenzie clothes, because they do such an incredible job and look fantastic, and they come with the hair, and it's always really fun, and I'm like, Kenzie! Let's see, crazy memories. We got to go on a boat and do some interviews on a boat, and me and Anna both had like, you know, high heels on, and me, of course, in my crazy stilettos everywhere I go. And I got a little like boat seasick, which was okay. I was like, if this is as bad as I'm gonna feel this weekend, that's perfectly fine. And I don't know, crazy stories.
Have you been starstruck when you're at Comic-Con? Like, are there people there that, I mean, so many huge celebrities now go to Comic-Con.
It's a really fantastic group of people.
Have you met anyone who was interesting?
When we did the New York Comic-Con, I remember Julianne Moore kind of just brushed my shoulder as she walked by, and I'm a huge fan of hers, so that was cool. But she was whisked away, you know, so that nobody was bugging her too much. So I think that's the closest encounter.
Well, and I expect that you'll meet lots of new people this year again.
Yeah, I hope so.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How are you folks doing today?
Super good. How are you?
Very good.
It's really hot. We have no power.
Yes, but season 4.
Season 4. Oh
Everyone's
my
excited
gosh.
for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
You guys are headed to Comic-Con to start talking about all this.
Yes.
How do you plan for that? Like, what do you plan for when you get there? Because obviously you can't talk about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, this will be our 3rd year going to Comic-Con, and every season it is tricky for the cast and the producers involved in the panel, because we're usually, now we're usually ahead the next season shooting by the time we get to Comic-Con, and we've got to do a little bit of looking back. So what a lot of the cast do is, they'll rewatch the previous season, get themselves familiarized with the past season again, and it's actually a really nice opportunity for the fans to ask all the questions that they've wanted to about the season that has aired. So it usually ends up working out great. Yeah, it's just sort of wrapping your head around moving back to the past season.
Sure.
And yeah, we usually try and get as many fan questions as we can while they're there.
Right.
It's such a boost, though, going in the middle of production, too, because it really does sort of reconnect you with the fans and remind you why you're doing all this crazy TV stuff. So it's nice. I've loved it. I've only had the privilege of going 1 year, but I freaking love it.
I mean, I think it must be the most exciting thing ever to plan for Comic-Con because it's such a huge event for any show. I mean,
It's good.
New or old. I mean,
Yeah, it's and it's definitely it's an event that has become. Yeah, I mean, every year it's just become larger and larger
Bigger.
and larger. I mean,
Yeah,
the
as the
name
fan base
Comic-Con
grows,
almost
yeah.
doesn't even give it justice anymore. I mean, obviously it is. It started as very much based on, comic books, graphic novels, that sort of, those type of television shows. But now it's very, I mean, you see everybody there. Like, we saw Justin Timberlake last year, and
How I Met Your
Charlize
Mother.
Theron,
Yeah.
and Aisha Tyler was there for Archer, and it's pretty cool. It's you kind of hit all sorts of bases now, and it's become
It's mainstream.
yeah, in
mainstream.
a way.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes to show that a ton of people are watching this kind of television. I don't think it's become a very popular medium, and it's great. And from our first panel that we did, before it had even aired in the States, our first panel, we got a great turnout. And we were like, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe how many people are here for this panel. And last year, we had a room that was, I think, like 2,000, and it was full.
Yeah, we had to turn people away. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
so how big will the room be this year? 2,000 again? Or?
I think it's a similar room,
a Rose
and
Bowl.
yeah.
I think it's 100,000 people. No, I
Nice.
made that up. I have no idea.
No, it's amazing though. It's amazing to
Bigger.
to see how excited the fans
Yeah,
are.
it's
and,
amazing.
I
I was totally chuffed last year. Like, I could not believe the energy and how fun it was, and like, whatever your deal is, there's someone else who's running around in a coordinating costume. It's like such a gas.
Well, seeing the pictures of fans dressed up as the characters, I mean, that must be amazing.
Yeah, I just retweeted a picture from British Comic Con, I think, of two people dressed up as Lauren and Bo, and I was like, that's amazing. I know, she was giving good needle, the Lauren girl. So it's amazing.
Yeah,
we get to see some, I hope we see some costumes this year, some Oscar costumes. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much.
No problem.